5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Five, four, three, two, one.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Very warm good afternoon to everyone. Again, joining us today for the review of this day 4 of the ongoing enthralling test match going on between India and Australia at the Gabba Stadium in Brisbane. It was the fourth day. Australia started from 21 for no loss, and India had a horrible start as the runs they were leaking runs quite easily, around 6 runs and over. But courtesy Mohammad Siraj for his 5-wicket haul and Shardul Thakur for his 4-wicket haul, as they pulled back Australia whenever it was needed and restricted Australia to 294 in 75.5 overs. This makes the target for India equal to 328 runs, where India, in reply, are 4 for 0 at stumps because the match was curtailed due to the weather conditions. Now, for more of the discussion, I have Aditya Shanware with us. Anurag is joining us from Patna. So, hello, both of you.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So, Aditya, what do you make of the day? Australia 60-40, the game in their pocket, or 70-30?
60-40, I would say, because there is still a lot of possibility for the draw. So, means for today's game, I think it swung a lot, because when you see after, like, when Australia was 120 for no loss, and then suddenly in the space of like 20 runs there were 4 wickets, and I thought that India is right back into the match. But as soon as the play resumed after lunch, there was like a couple of drop chances. One was really hard, but I think that Steve Smith catch would have just made a lot of difference in this match. If he would have like caught on that situation, then I think easily more 50 to 60 runs would have curtailed from that total, and India would have been in the hunt. But right now, India can just go for the draw. I don't see India winning from this situation. It's really tough for them.
Okay. So I'll move to Anurag. Anurag, uh, as a cricket fan, how much are you enjoying this test match? Different question to you. That, as a fan, because see, we all are first of all a cricket fan. So as a fan, how much are you enjoying this test match, full of ebbs and flows, where at an instance some other team is on the driving seat and the other team constantly pulls. I think Anurag has some technical issues. So no worries, we'll sort it out.
Okay,
Aditya, you also when yeah, okay, he's back. Yeah.
Actually, I didn't hear the last part of the question, so I just waited for some time. So
my okay. So my question was, shall I repeat?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. So my question was that, as a cricket fan, how much are you enjoying this test match and this series, which is full of ebbs and flows, where the teams constantly pull each other down from the driving seat and comes and pops up?
See, when we are talking about Indian Australia is going to be such kind of a series. Uh, the best part about this test series and this test match has been that new players coming in and filling the shoes of other players. It's like, it happens in football. One player goes, the other player comes, and the play goes on like that. So that's what India has shown, that no matter which player comes in our team, they are going to give it all, and they are going to fight Australia with their own weapons, like the short ball, like trying to intimidate the batsman, trying to make them play. So yeah, there have been instances where one team is above another and then another team is coming back. That also tells that teams are not losing hope of a win. Things can go towards something like declaration and all those things. Even in this innings, you see, it looked like as if another team would have been giving up that, okay, let Australia declare and let them play. But Indians were looking for wickets. Uh, yeah, there were some mistakes. There were some mistakes in the length. It happens. Uh, but what I felt was that because of these new players coming in, taking 5 wickets, 4 wickets, this series has actually, you know, punched above its weight. And this series deciding
Correct.
on the last day of the whole tour. The tour is going to be decided. A one-day series won by uh, Australia, T20 won by India. Now, who is going to win this test? It's 1-1 in format as well. It's 1-1 in the series as well, and it's going to be, for cricket as well. What's going to happen? No one knows. It's like 50-50. Any win, any draw can also happen. So I think India will win.
Hopefully. Sat Sri Akal, Paji. Paji has also joined us. So, Paji, only for the third time since 1988, as we discussed, only for the third time, Australia have been bowled out in both the innings at Gabba. And also, the score, the target above 250 hasn't been chased by any team in Gabba. So, do you think it is a possibility any miracle can happen like that of Sydney?
Yeah, very much so. Because this India team, they keep fielding, whichever players they are, and they keep performing really, really well. Mohammad Siraj, who unfortunately, lost his father, he stayed on tour, took the 5 wickets. He's like won the hearts, one he's of the nation back home. So yeah, 300 is very much possible because they know how to bat well against the Australian bowlers, and also the likes of Rohit Sharma. I'm sure there's people who are probably thinking he should be in the middle order. He's not. He's an opener in India. That's the tag he has, isn't it? And he can't open overseas. So if he kind of like scores vital runs, gets a 50 or 100. It's that sort of reurgence within himself to think that, yeah, I've got a long test career ahead of me. And like I said at the start of this, when we first test match, I said there'll be certain players where the tour would make them, and there'll be others which will possibly, they have to reevaluate. And this definitely has been the making of Mohammad Siraj on this tour.
Yeah. Uh, I was coming to that, Aditya, as Paji mentioned about Mohammad Siraj. He's made in 5 wicket haul, and it was just his third series. See, Shardul Thakur and Mohammad Siraj both equally had the chances of claiming their first 5 wicket haul. It was Mohammad Siraj who grabbed the opportunity first, but the team bonding, it's about team bonding, and everyone is happy in each other's happiness. So there's no grudge or there's no ill feeling against each other. And as we saw when Mohammad Siraj took his 5 wicket haul, everyone was happy and he was leading the pack to the dressing room, where Jasprit Bumrah even hugged him. So this team bonding, do you think
I think most of the credit goes to the team management and even Ravi Shastri. the kind of atmosphere that they have created in the team that has kept this team alive, and they believe that no matter what, who is playing or who they are facing, with that full Australian team, this team has punched way about its weight. And I think India has really done well with all those absentees in this series. And if you say about Siraj, yeah, he has totally conquered this series with his improvement of his performance in every innings. As you see, uh, means in this test match, we were means most of the what ex cricketers and gurus were discounting India from this match, but hopefully with the kind of performance and with the kind of performance and the show that they have shown in this match, uh, especially with the youngsters coming in like Sundar and Shardul Thakur, they have batted, and even Siraj with the ball. With each innings, he has improved. So there is heaps and bounds that it shows the character of the team.
Yeah. Rohit Sharma is also became the player to grab most number of catches in an India-Australia series, five, which is equal to the other three. Only three have achieved this feat before him: Mr. Eknath Solkar, Rahul Dravid, and Krishnamachari Srikanth. So, Anurag, my question to you was that. Rohit Sharma's inclusion, not only as a batsman but as a mentor in this team, as a senior player, as a senior pro, how much that has been important, and the role which Rohit has played. He was constantly talking to junior players, motivating him and giving directions.
I totally agree with your point and what I saw on TV as well, that he was constantly going and more than telling that what to do. I think he was trying to cheer the bowler up, that just go for it, just try what you feel. Like I was very happy with the way Siraj was setting his own field, like when the wicket of I think it was Stark which fell. He made that mid off go wide, and at the position where the catch was eventually taken by Sani. So
Yeah.
there's a good balance, and especially if you are having senior players like Rohit Sharma and Ajinkya Rahane, who give equal respect to the youngsters as well as their own co-players who are playing with them from some time. So that makes it a good team, and I feel going ahead, players, these players will learn from Rohit as well. When players go at such a status where they are told as one of the best. They are not only best in batting, but they learn everything of cricket. If you ask them of fielding, bowling, like Dhoni, he was just a wicketkeeper batsman, but he also know quite a bit about how the how the pacer is bowling, how the spinner is bowling. Likewise, Rohit Sharma also, apart from their own talent and apart from their own skill of batting, they also know everything about cricket, whether it's about the tactics, whether it's about uh, setting the field, whether it's about telling the bowler how to do what the batsman is thinking. So that helps, and I feel tomorrow. I hope I am not jinxing him, but I feel Rohit should at least be giving a good opening partnership with Gill.
Yeah. Paji, at the start I mentioned about the miracle, but which happened at Sydney. But on this surface where cracks are widening and some ball mounts up high, where some really goes down at your knees. So with this kind of a wicket and continuously deteriorating, do you feel that India still have any chance of winning, let aside draw, of winning this test
Well, this is their best chance.
match?
They've never won. Yeah, they've never won at the Gabba, and this is their best chance. To win. I thought, if start of the Test match, you asked India, you're chasing anything between 300, 350 to win a Test match at the Gabba, they will bite your arm off. They'll think, yeah, this is exactly what we want. So I think India are in a commanding position. We've, I think since 2000, last Test match they batted over 131 overs, and since then it's only been the second time was in 2015 where at Sydney they batted 89 overs in the fourth innings. So they got to think, if we come back all day tomorrow, 300, 100 a session, that's very gettable. Very, very gettable. I think Australia will be under huge amounts of pressure. This Australian attack, they've got, apparently their record is the same after 30 Test matches with the likes of Glenn McGrath, Brett Lee, Jason Gillespie, and India have, the answers to produce some of these answers. So it's been, I think, India's played the better cricket throughout the series, and if they come back well tomorrow, I think they deserve to win the Test match.
Yeah. Also, as we were talking in the first innings, also that Nathan Lyon will be crucial in the way he can exploit the cracks on the surface and the rough which was created outside off stump. So the way Nathan Lyon is bowled throughout the series, is it Indian batters have tackled him well, or Nathan Lyon hasn't able to quite stick to his line and length?
Well, the thing is with Nathan Lyon is that the Indian batsman had a clear game plan of attacking him early, and he's only picked up 7 wickets at the average of 60. So I like the intent. They've got to keep that intent, keep using his feet, keep using the depth of the crease, keep sort of playing with his length, and they're not afraid of the fast bowling. In the past you've had Indian batsmen who kind of get scared of fast and quick bowling. That doesn't fear them. It's going to be the movement. It's going to be the movement that Mohammad Siraj got today, from the crowd. And I don't think the Australian bowlers can move the ball as well as the Indian bowlers have done. So if I'm Justin Langer right now, I would be thinking, come on, guys, either the weather beats us tomorrow because of heavy rain, or I want my bowlers to move the ball more. And why aren't they bowling? Why aren't they moving the ball more? Why is it that there's a Indian bowler in Mohammad Siraj who's in his third Test match and he's getting more lateral movement? Natarajan bowling much better lengths, hitting the top of off. Yeah. But you look at the Australian bowlers; they are bowling slightly shorter. They're not. Maybe they're afraid of bowling too full to the Indian batsman. And in my opinion, I think that Australia are under a huge pressure. If they lose tomorrow, I think it'll be the end of Tim Pace's captaincy.
Yeah, so Ashwin actually predicted it right, that Indian tour will be last, but as Paji was mentioning, this Test match can be the last of Tim Paine as a captain, and it is very much evident the way he has been captaining throughout the series. Also, Paji, one last question before I move to Aditya, that did Australia make the declaration at the right? Did Australia not take so much time to wrap up the innings? Could they have declared a bit early?
Well, this is the thing. When you look at the old Australia, they would have probably declared at 280, had about 10 overs at the other opposition, and had confidence to say, right, we're going to bowl you guys out. No one at Gabba has chased 250. We back our bowlers, but I think Justin Langer knows that his team isn't as strong as it appears to be. And, he is so afraid of this Indian team now. They're like, this Indian team has really just shown tremendous fight. And what's really surprised me is, Washington's batting, when he came out to bat, he's a real steely fighting, character. And I think that's what's going to, get him over the line. It's going to be some crucial partnership. And tomorrow, I do think that if the weather stays fine, India will win their first Test match at the Gabba.
Yeah. And also, Aditya, coming to Aditya, that it is the fear of Indian batsmen, as Faji mentioned, the way they've batted throughout the series, that Australia didn't went for declaration. So this current Indian team is playing like the old Australian team, which where the players were resolute, players were determined, and never lost faith at any situation.
Definitely, like Paji said, I agree with him with what Australians are showing, because I also thought that they might declare around 280 or 300. Uh, I think they are just playing defensive game and they're afraid to lose. You can definitely see by what, the type of target that they have given. Uh, and I think they are really afraid because of the batting lineup that India possesses and resilience that they have shown. And they that's why they have set such a huge target. Otherwise, if there was like 280, 300 target, then India would have definitely gone, and they were like almost 70 to 80% chances that they would have chased it. But now it's a bit difficult, but you never know with this bit Indian batting lineup that they might even chase it.
Anurag, this whole series where Indian players have been continuously injured and continuously our bowling attack started degrading, not in the sense of inferiority, but the quality and the experience. So, as an Indian fan, how much are you satisfied, or even if India loses this test match or draws this test match, how much will you be satisfied with the performance of this Indian team, keeping in mind the resources they had?
Yes, I feel I will be very happy overall, seeing the way they have approached every match. Taking one test match at a time, not thinking what happened in the past. I think it's a good teamwork apart from the players who are playing, who are with the management. They are also doing great work. They are making players not lose hope. Even though a session goes bad, they come back in another session. So this type of thing is really makes me happy. Before there used to be huge amount of discussion if a player is not playing, if a player gets injured, now who will make India win? And this has been a discussion for quite a long time. But now seeing this type of comebacks and seeing this type of new players, some might say that the for the longer run, don't know whether a player would go on or not. But I will be very happy to see if these players are there uh, for quite a long time, especially if I talk about Thakur and Siraj. Whether we have gotten some good all-rounders, they are going to be a good part of this Indian test team, and we are searching for such players. And especially, I'm happy with the way Sundar is batting and Thakur is batting. That's why I feel tomorrow, this time we don't have Ashwin and Vihari. So players like Sundar and Thakur, they won't give up if we are close to the target. This what makes it exciting day 5 tomorrow. And I hope even if India draws it, India should scare the Australians that you know uh, this game again we are here to chase the target and we are here to win it. So that will be good if India come close, and even if they draw it, it doesn't matter. But I hope India will come close, that's for sure.
Yes, there was a lot of clamor that for the past 2 years that again come to Australia and we'll show you, again come to Australia and we'll show you. But as you mentioned, if India draws it, India will retain the Border-Gavaskar trophy without an iota of doubt. Last question of the day before we wrap up to Paji is that uh, do you think that going forward to the fifth day, considering the atmospheric conditions, the weather conditions as well, where we have some forecast of quite a few showers here and there in the game, but if the full game of 98 overs happen, then India should go and play. The players should play their natural game, or they should just go into a shell and play a defensive game.
No, look, I think Ravi Shastri is a big fan of just players, just playing their natural game and, intent to score. He's always encouraged his players, go out there. I want you to score runs and put the opposition under attack. And that's why I think his style of leadership has really allowed some of the younger players just to come through and play their natural game rather than being pigeonholed depending on the situation. So I think if the training system is brilliant on the Australian pitches, especially in Brisbane. So if there's a bit of forecast, hopefully we can get full days cricket. It'll be a shame, to see that India in a strong position and then rain kind of stops them from snatching their first victory at the Gabba. So I think India have every chance to win this test match, and if they win tomorrow, it will be their greatest test victory ever, I think, in test cricket, in the history of Indian test cricket. And it's just been, look, I you can't say enough about Ravi Shastri. He's been just phenomenal. What is it about his style of leadership, which, being a England player, I'm not really aware of. I'm sure you guys know more of. But what is it about Ravi Shastri? Everyone just thought he's a bit outspoken and he's doesn't have flexible ideas, but he does a lot of work in the background. So it'd be interesting to know from you guys, what is it about Ravi Shastri's coaching and leadership that makes him so great?
Paji, means in India, he's considered as a very, very good motivator, a very good orator who backs players and who usually inspires player, and the kind of player he has been also with a limited ability, as everyone speaks about him, that with a limited ability and the enormous, according to his ability, he has achieved enormously. And even Kapil Dev once said that if I had the work ethics of Ravi Shastri, I would have been a much greater bowler than what I am today. So this speaks volumes of what Ravi Shastri as a player means. Started his batting from number 10, number 11, and ended his career as an opener. So this speaks volumes about Ravi Shastri's work ethics, and definitely everyone considers him a very, very good motivator who just you can say pats the back of the players and give them a go.
Thank you.
Okay, so this was it, and hopefully we'll meet tomorrow. That's it for today, guys, and thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining. Hopefully India sails through this test match, and we'll meet tomorrow with a very good news that of the test victory at Gabba, or even if not, then India at least draws the test match and retains this Border-Gavaskar series. Thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Thank you.